Hello, everyone, and welcome to Consciousness is Sexy. A little bit of technical difficulties starting out today. My front end of the back end is not working. So we're doing it old school style with a YouTube link until I can get on the phone with my people and see what's going on. Okay, so here we go, settling in. Again, welcome to Consciousness is Sexy. My name is Patty Alfonso, and I'm your host. We also have a different setting today. Right as I was going to go live, my sister messaged me that she needed the living room. So I switched, and here we are. I'm just going to give it a few minutes for people who are looking for us on the regular site to find us and come and hang out with us here today. What an interesting, long, strange week it has been. I don't even know where to start. I do have a little something that I wanted to play with today during the show. And as some of you know, I went to the foundation class, the foundation rewrite, a couple of weeks ago, I guess, with Gary and Dain. And if you don't know what this is, an energetic synthesis of communion is one of the sort of classes that Dain does, where everybody lays down on a massage table and he works on everyone, and some of the maestros get to contribute and work on people as well. And it's this space of really opening up to the communion that you have with your body, with other bodies, with the earth. And the first one that we did during the foundation class was, for me, one of the most amazing ESCs that I had ever been to. And how does it get better than that? And so this week, as things have been shifting and changing for me, there's a lot of intensities coming up for me. It's actually been really, really challenging for me. And I've had to repeatedly choose to be here and to be in this body and continue creating, and it really hasn't been the easiest. And so I've been playing this ESC over and over again, and there were a couple of parts that really struck me that I actually wanted to share with you, because the thing that I know about consciousness and about communion is that we're not alone. Even though there may be times where you feel like you're alone, you're not. And if you're perceiving something and you're aware of something, chances are that someone else is perceiving it and is aware of it as well. Chances are that it's not yours. Chances are that there is something happening on the earth, somewhere else, someplace else, I don't know, that you're just aware of. And so I actually wanted to read to you guys a couple of things that have really contributed to me continuing to choose to create and to be here, even though sometimes I really don't feel like it. And yeah, I mean, that's just where I'm at today. So I wanted to share a couple of things with you guys. This was actually kind of funny. I'm sure no one can relate, so we're going to go with this. He says during the ESC, as he's working on everyone, he says, "Beautiful you, beautiful fucked up you, trying to pretend you don't think you are, while believing that you are, while wondering how the fuck to figure it all out. You're not nearly as fucked up as you think you are, I promise. Beautiful gift that you are. What would it be like to receive totally, with no order in your world, lowering all of the walls and all of the barriers and all the stuff that's been projected at you and about you and to you and through you and your body, and allowing the world in to actually contribute to you just because you can and because it's more fun than not. That actually really spoke to me when I was kind of struggling a little bit this week. I have a group of people, a group of friends, facilitators that I get to call and sort of reach out to, and they ask me questions and they facilitate, and we facilitate each other. And so if you're feeling like you're alone, I would really like to invite you to call someone and ask them to ask you questions, and ask them to be present with you with whatever it is that you're moving through and whatever it is that's going on for you. And keep asking, you know, who does this belong to? Is this mine? What am I aware of? As we continue moving through all of these changes that are happening energetically on this planet and in the world and throughout universes, all of these things are coming up that I think a lot of people think like, well, I dealt with this already. Like I had already been through this and I cleared it and I changed it. How is this here again? But the thing is that we're really, really, really digging in deep, deep, deep right now. And all of those strings of whatever was left are coming up to be cleared and are coming up to be changed. And so what if you could allow the world in? Because it is much easier than not, and certainly a little bit more fun than, you know, whatever it is that you may be choosing. And then there was this other piece that he said that this was actually the one that sort of struck me the most. I made a lot of notes after the ESC during, so where is it? Okay, so he says, and this was really touching, for those moments where I actually couldn't reach out to someone else and where I actually was just being really present with whatever was moving through me. I was able to go outside and go to the beach and be with the ocean and just be with the earth in a totally different way. So this was the part that, you know, really helped me a lot. So some of you have a communion with the earth that is part of who you are. It's part of the gift that you be just because you are. I don't know why or how, but what a fucking gift you being on the planet is. Thank you for being. And now imagine enjoying it. Imagine whatever that unique gift is that you are, that you have, imagine enjoying it. And then he says, forget imagine, perceive what it can be like to enjoy it. Imagine having a gratitude for you, for how you so easily connect to certain elements of consciousness. What if you were grateful for it? And what if you asked that to increase? What if it could contribute to you and give to you as it has gifted to every other element of consciousness on this planet and beyond this planet? And all of those gifts and capacities that you've been trying to hide, that you have naturally, that other people have to work for, what if you could allow them to increase? That was the part that really stuck out for me. Those gifts and capacities that you have naturally that other people have to work for. Are you willing to claim, own, and acknowledge the gifts and capacities that you have come to bring to this reality, that you have come to bring to this planet, that no one else has, that only you have, that if you didn't show up and that if you didn't give those gifts, that this planet would not have them. We all have something, and maybe you don't even know what those things are, because I can tell you that sometimes I have no freaking clue what I'm doing. I was just saying that to someone the other day. I'm just creating and I'm choosing, and sometimes I have no idea like what this is. But then one day something happens, something gets created, and I'm like, oh, that's why I created that. So what if you could Be the chaos that you truly be. Completely forget any kind of order that you have ever tried to impel into your universe or anyone else's universe, and just keep choosing, no matter what. And someday, that choice, even if it doesn't make any kind of sense now, someday you'll be like, oh yeah. And what if you could trust you that much? Trust what you are creating. Trust the gift that you are that much, that it did not have to make any kind of sense right now, but that you could trust you enough to just keep going. I go on with the yes. So if you could allow yourself to be so grateful for those gifts that they expanded with total ease, and you didn't know how, and you didn't know why, and you didn't try to control it. How many of us try to control everything? I have no experience with that whatsoever. But what if we didn't have to control anything, and we could just allow consciousness in the universe to have our back and to continue to propel us forward into whatever it is that we are creating that is most definitely greater than what is going on right now. And here's the other piece that really hit home. And anyway, if you have any questions or comments, you can go ahead and put them on the live page, and the people will send them to me. So thank you, Tara, for doing that. What if it's finally time to be everything that you've been afraid of being? Everything that you've been accused of, everything that people saw in you, that they judged you for so that you wouldn't be it, because you were the chaos that could destroy their ordered reality. And they wanted to stop you before you would step into enough power where you would be unstoppable. Now is the time. Now is the time for you to be and become and choose and demand, if you choose to be the unstoppable you. I don't know how I didn't hear that the first time during the ESC, but when I was listening to it over and over again this past week, and I heard that, it opened up a space in my universe that was really different. And what I've noticed this past week is that there's no push or fight, or there was an energy that I was being before that was aggressive, I guess, in a way, just like this push and this fight to keep moving forward. Like there was just a lot of force in that. And this week, I've really been noticing that there is no force in my universe. And I think that a lot of the work that I've been doing, and the body processes and the bars and going to foundation, like, I think a lot of the order that I had in my universe has really, really, truly disappeared. And I've stepped into this really different space of being, which is interesting because I have the being class coming up shortly after this show. So it's a really different space of being that I'm really not familiar with. And in that unfamiliarity, it's been really uncomfortable. And I've been looking at, again, as I said at the beginning of the show, whether or not I really want to be here, and whether or not I really want to keep creating and being in this reality. And there were many 10-second moments where I was like, I don't want to be here anymore. And I'm so grateful for the amazing people in my life that I've been able to call, who are in total allowance of that point of view, and who are totally willing to ask me questions without pushing me to choose to be here. Like, it had to be a choice that I made to be here. And that has also created a really interesting space for me. And again, this part that he's talking about, everything you've been accused of and everything people saw in you that they judged you for so you wouldn't be it, because you were the chaos that would destroy their ordered realities. And they wanted to stop you before you would step into enough power that you became unstoppable. And I titled this, What's Stopping You? Mostly because I had to, I've had that sense, right? And for a while, like that there are people like pushing against everything that I'm creating. And I had to really get over the fact, right? Like I'm an infinite being and nothing can stop me. Only I can stop me. And so having that awareness that like, wow, okay, I'm aware of these energies and I'm aware of what people are choosing and I'm aware of their judgments about me and I'm aware of their projections about me. And, you know, sometimes they hurt. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I can hear you millions of miles away. I can hear you, you know, but I'm allowing those things to stop me. I'm allowing those things to crush me and I'm allowing those things to have an effect on me and my life and what I'm creating. So I don't know where to go from here, to be honest. That's all I got, you know. I'm just here and I'm present and I'm being a space that is totally unfamiliar, a space that I have no idea what it's going to look like in the next 10 seconds or in the next 30 seconds, much less tomorrow. And it's been really interesting creating from this space as well, with that sort of, I don't want to be here, but I'm going to create this show, and I don't want to be here, but oh, I'm going to do this dance class. I don't want to be here, but I've got this being series coming up. So it's just been, and the allowance that I'm having to have for myself and for everything that is showing up, all of these changes, all of these things coming up has been a whole other level of allowance beyond anything that I have ever been. So yeah, what a long, my little table's shaking, sorry. What a long, strange trip it's been. And I'm aware, you know, that there is a 7-day happening and that there's classes happening all over the world. And I'm aware that I'm aware of a lot of different things. And sometimes it's just really intense and really intense. What can I say? So if anyone has any questions, go to the live.consciousness.sexy page and put them in and let me know if there's anything that I can address for you or anything that is coming up. I know that some of you have just joined us, so I apologize for the technical difficulties. And how does it get better than this? And I would really like to invite myself and invite all of you to choose whatever it is that you desire to choose in these 10 seconds, no matter what it looks like, no matter how messy it is or uncomfortable it is, and then just be with that and stay present with your body. Ask your body what it can contribute to you. Ask the earth. That was like one of the things about this particular ESC is that the energy of the earth was so present. And Dain has talked about this a little bit in a couple of maestral calls since then about asking the earth to contribute to you the energy of you, and asking the earth to gift to you the contribution that you have been to the earth and to this reality and to all of the other multiple realities that exist. And I've been doing that a lot, like really asking the earth, like, hey, have I been a contribution? Like, and asking the earth to show me the magic of me and show me the miracle of me and show me what is miraculous about this reality, and just show me, because sometimes we all need a little extra, someone having your back, a little extra push, a little extra something. Anyway, so I don't see that there are any questions. And so that is it for today. Thank you all so much for showing up and for allowing me to just ramble randomly and have these random thoughts and be really vulnerable and tell you what I've been, you know, going through. And I hope that whatever it is that I've said in the last 30 minutes will be a contribution to you as well. and how does it get better than this? I guess I'll see you guys next week. Have a good one. Bye.